I was recalling a conversation that I had with a coaching client the other day. It is his way of thinking, or I should say his perspective, is that when it comes to confidence, you either have it or you don't, and that this is not something that you can actually acquire or learn how to acquire it. And I challenged them on that because I won't talk about exactly what we talked about, but I got to thinking about my own experience several years ago, where I got to thinking, what does a person who is intelligent, who is confident, who has I guess a high self-esteem or whatever, how do they carry themselves? How do they walk? What do their eyes focus on to? Who do they talk to? What are the things that they talk about? So what I started to do is I started to embody that. And the crazy thing was, after doing this for just even a few weeks, I could tell that it was becoming second nature. And to me, the biggest thing that made me feel that this is something kind of, I don't know if you want to say special or extraordinary, whatever you want to say it is, but I started to realize, what was happening was that my environment was reflecting that back to me. And what I mean by that is, I actually had some people coming up to me and saying, "You're doing something different. I don't know what it is, but I want to know what it is that you're doing that's different." And at the time, I didn't feel comfortable sharing it with them. So I just kind of brushed it off and said, I don't know what you're talking about. And they said, "No, you're definitely doing something different. I don't know what it is." But I knew damn well what it was. I started to embody what or how I wanted to feel like. Now, it started to become second nature. And then after a while, what was probably the most extraordinary was that I felt as though I already was the person that I wanted to become. And little things started to happen. Not only that people say to me that you seem different, but rather than having someone cut me down about something, I actually started to notice people were building me up. I started to notice that when I would try something for the first time, in my mind, usually what I would say to myself is, this is probably going to go really bad. But instead what happened was, in most cases, whatever it was that I tried, I actually succeeded in. But the things that I did not succeed in, I didn't beat myself up. That I thought was, for me, extraordinary, because I am a master of beating myself up if something doesn't go the way I wanted it to. So I got to thinking, is this how a person who is confident and has a high self-esteem, intelligent, is this how they behave? Is this how they feel? Is this the kind of things that they do? And for me, in my opinion, I just kind of thought, yes, this is how it works. And so I wonder for you, if you have something that you're trying to succeed at, and let's just say, we'll just stick with confidence. You're trying to become more confident. Start asking yourself, how does the person that you want to be, the confident person, the secure person, the intelligent person, or whatever you want to say, how do they act? How do they speak? Who do they speak to? What do they speak about? Where do they hang out? How do they carry themselves? Just whatever, how do they dress even? Start asking yourself these questions, embody that behavior, and start to pay attention to how your environment changes. Okay? So that's my challenge for you. Thank you.